Andrew. You are a Liz Truss backer. When I take you back those kind of 6 weeks, how do you think your candidate, your chosen one, has performed when you look back at some of that?
Well, I think in terms of going out and meeting the members, Rishi's probably met multiples of the amount of members that Liz has. He's done over 100 events now across the country. I've been helping organise some of them in places like North West Durham, City of Durham, Northumberland and across the country. I think he's doing a cracking job, actually, going out there and being honest and straight with people. We face a really difficult challenge around inflation and the cost of living, and that's the main thing that we've got to tackle at the moment. And I think when it comes to it, that's what this debate between the two has really come down to now. It's whose economic policy do you generally support? Liz has said, she wants to concentrate on keeping taxes lower for big business. That's fair enough. That's a sort of Treasury orthodoxy of the last 10 years. Rishi's come out with something different, which is wanting to push investment through tax changes there. And I think that's where we are. And Rishi's also been very clear that we've got to tackle inflation and help those who are the most vulnerable at the moment, particularly pensioners. I do need to question, though, when you say, he's been honest and straight and all the rest of it, I've just given a couple of examples there. One of them, and it's maybe a silly example, but some will say, actually, it's reflective of a character. Going on national television and saying, I eat at McDonald's and this is what I eat, when actually, no, you don't. It makes you look a bit silly, and it makes people question your character. Would you agree? Not at all. I think, he was... I think McDonald's and everything has been closed for a long time during COVID, and my understanding is that just before COVID, that's when they removed this breakfast wrap option, but if he's not been there with his daughters since then, I mean, it's one of those things. But don't you just think it's a bit silly, though? Because why wouldn't you say it? Why wouldn't you just say, you know what, I don't go to McDonald's often? Well, why would you sit there and pretend that you do? You just look a bit daft. I think Liz was saying the last time he was there with his daughters, that's what they liked. I think that's fair enough.
He's a great spin doctor, Richard. He used to be a spin doctor for the Tory party. He was always very good at it, and he's doing it there because, look, it was a terrible blunder by Rishi Sunak. When incredibly rich men or women try to be authentic and down there with ordinary folk by saying they go to McDonald's, he clearly doesn't go to McDonald's. In the same way, I don't think any of us really believe Prince Andrew was in Pizza Express or Pizza Hut, was he? But that wasn't the only time Rishi got it wrong. Remember when he was filling up his car with petrol?
I do.
After that 5p cut in duty, 5p cut, by the way, which the petrol retailers never passed on, filling up a car with petrol, and it was a little Vauxhall. It wasn't his car. It was somebody who worked at Sainsbury's car. It's cringe-making. Because, look, he's phenomenally rich. He shouldn't be ashamed of it. He should make a virtue of the fact he's been hugely successful. The fact his wife is rich shouldn't matter. Oh, yes, it does, though, of course, because, of course, she was a non-dom until the media exposed that, and then she quickly changed her status.